Hey everybody, it's Christina Holloway here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share 4 strategies that you can use right away to help you stand up for yourself at work. Now, this is actually a complicated situation, mostly because it's really heavy on emotion. But don't worry, I have some strategies that will help you speak up without creating conflict. This will help you build confidence while stepping into your own authority. Real quick, if you enjoy this content and want to learn more about how to make power moves in your career, make sure to follow my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video from me. All right, so let's get started. Number 1, manage your anxiety. Okay, let's start with the hardest one first. I'm going to just state the obvious here. We get nervous, we get frustrated, we get scared, and that can cause us to fumble. And that can cause anxiety to any number of degrees of severity. Quick disclaimer here. This is about mild discomfort that you might feel in this situation. This is not about an anxiety condition or a diagnosed anxiety disorder you may have. Seek professional help if you struggle with an anxiety disorder. One of the major techniques I work on with my clients is about mindfulness. Sometimes I think people may think that's a bit woo, but that's not where mindfulness as a leadership technique comes from. Mindfulness is really about understanding the exact moment you're facing and handling that moment without letting other thoughts creep in and sabotage you, or worse, doubt. You have to stay very focused to let mindfulness work its magic. Once you're in a state of mindfulness where you're just focused on the situation in front of you, you'll be able to calm down. Consciously take deep breaths. Count inside your head. I do that. Counting calms me down and helps me pace my thoughts. And remember your statements. Make sure you have a couple of statements on hand that you know you need to say to pivot a conversation or maintain control of the narrative. They can be boundary statements. This is not what we discussed. We need to table this conversation for later when I have more information. Or context statements. I'd like to explain my positioning on this topic. Please let me finish. Or authority statements. These remarks are inappropriate. I am dropping off the call. Combining mindfulness, calming techniques, and power statements that you can practice until it's automatic will help you through those stressful moments until you can think more clearly. Number 2, don't try to please everyone. This one is important. It's impossible to make everyone happy all the time. The choices you make at work are going to work most of the time. But if you're having problems with someone else pushing against you as you make progress and collect wins for your career, then it might be a good idea to think about why this person is acting this way. It's important to keep in mind that people act or respond to situations for their own reasons and for their own benefit and with their own narrative of what they think is happening. Take a minute to assess the situation, understand where that person's coming from, and then act accordingly. If someone disagrees with you and you now understand the reasoning behind it, then you have clarity around how to act. It's a dance. You don't have to work hard to make someone happy. That's not your goal. Your goal is to understand the situation and find resolution so you can keep moving forward. Give yourself permission to respond appropriately. That means you can either defend your choices because you have clarity over why you made them, or you can take that new information and make another choice. But remember that the choice is yours, and it's about you being successful in this situation, not making other people happy to get them to leave you alone. That just makes you a fixer, and you don't want to be that person. I have a video about that here. Number 3, deal with your boss like an adult, and don't be afraid. Here's the thing about standing up for yourself to your boss. That person is another human being just like you. And the issue I see, even in confronting my own assumptions about my old bosses, is that we sometimes assume that a boss is supposed to be there to guide us and help us be successful. But many times, they don't. They have their own stuff to deal with, and many people I coach who are bosses are actually intimidated by their team members. Are they smarter than I am? Will they undermine me in meetings? Are they trying to steal my job? And those bosses have their own insecurities. Do your best to start seeing your boss as another person instead of an overlord, even though some of them want to intimidate you into seeing them that way. Once you redefine what a boss is supposed to be and how that person is supposed to act towards you, you can then start responding to that person with clarity and confidence. Once you've adjusted your mindset, you can use your statements. This has been taken out of context. I should be able to explain my position here. Or, I have thoughts on my professional development and I would like your input. I'll put some time on your calendar next month. Your boss should be more like a compass and not a steering wheel. Number 4, be professional, not personal. This one is hard. Here's why. When we feel threatened or intimidated or like we're being railroaded, we can revert back to simple thinking that puts us into fight or flight mode to protect our ego. I know you are, but what am I? So to master this technique, it's going to require a lot of practice and patience, especially if you're dealing with someone who just throws insults at you. Stay away from I statements in the beginning until you feel comfortable with owning your authority. Go ahead and use passive statements. It appears this report was done incorrectly. Do you have any context so we can make these corrections? There's no blame here, but you know you went back to the source of the problem for a correction. And if the insults come, you know you don't have to be a jerk about it. Then make sure to use some power statements to retake the narrative. Please don't call me a jerk. Name calling is unnecessary. I'd rather focus on solving the problem in front of us right now. The more you can stay in a professional mindset, one of problem solving and moving forward, the better it'll be for you to defend your decisions, defend your character, and ask for what's yours. All right, so that's it for my video on 4 strategies you can use to stand up for yourself without creating conflict. If you have some suggestions on how to step into your authority that worked for you, feel free to share your experiences below. I would love to hear about it. And if you enjoyed watching this video and you found it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up by hitting that like button and make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you never miss another video from me. Don't forget to check out my Communication Toolkit playlist. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.